Although the coronavirus may be a novel disease, however, a little over 100 years ago, the Spanish flu plagued the world, killing 50 million people. Wearing a mask and social distancing, or as we call it now, physical distancing, were also used to help lessen disease transmission. Although the viruses are not similar in makeup, what are the lessons we can learn from the experience 100 years ago that can help us to move forward and to mitigate now? So we're looking at the Spanish flu and steps that were taken and lessons that we can learn now that we can apply to the coronavirus. So it was a 1918 influenza pandemic, otherwise called the Spanish flu, even though it did not originate in Spain. So here we go. Lesson number 1. Do not let up on physical distancing too soon. I spoke to the folks in Georgia this morning. We hear who opening up from who not opening up.
Florida opening up
and
as
one of the fears is that, you know, in New York City, they've managed to start flattening the curve and numbers are going down. But the fear is that once you start to open things up again, then the numbers are going to start spiking.
False sense of security. During the Spanish flu pandemic, people stopped distancing too early, leading to a second wave of infections that was deadlier than the first.
Incredible. That sounds so frightening.
In fact, one large gathering near the end of the first wave in 1918 helped fuel the deadlier second wave. In San Francisco, when the number of Spanish flu cases was almost down to 0, the city fathers said, let's open up the city and have a great big parade downtown. We'll all take off our masks together. 2 months later, because of that event, came back
How would that
roaring.
ever be seen to be like a good plan, though?
Simone, trust me, see if you never read it a while ago, you'd have shocked. So people think, make we get up and just take off a mask and say, yeah.
The truth is, Harris, that when you look at some of the protests happening in the States now,
they do it.
With people who are saying, give us liberty or give us death, who want the place to reopen and who feel like it is their right to. I mean, even in California on the weekend, when I looked at the footage of the thousands of people in the streets saying, put us back to work, open up a city, I was like, you know, watch what's going to happen in Cali this week with the numbers. Because people don't realize how this thing works. Apparently. I don't know.
Apparently they don't.
I don't get it.
Apparently they don't.
So that's the physical distancing. Don't let up on that too soon. What's lesson number 2?
Young, healthy adults can be victims of their strong immune systems.
Well, this pandemic in 1918, they say, killed many young adults who were otherwise very healthy. About 2/3 of the deaths then were among people ages 18 to 50. And the peak age for death was 28. 28. In the years leading up to the pandemic, 1918 flu pandemic, the life expectancy in the U.S. was in the early 50s, but in just 1 year after it struck, the average U.S. life expectancy dropped by 12 years.
So people might be thinking, because I'm young, and they're saying mostly older people are vulnerable, let me, I can survive this. You don't know. We have no idea what COVID-19 is fully about. We know some things, we don't know all things. So.
And why it affects some people so bad, despite your age. I mean, when I hear the nurses and the doctors...
I remember they were saying young people are getting a lot of strokes and
yes, neurological diseases, and
so.
that's why it's novel. Them still don't know.
Yeah.
And the nurses and the doctors talking about people who come in healthy and speaking to you, and they turn around to go and do something, and when you look, the same person is either out cold or gone.
Yeah.
So it's not a joke.
Yeah.
Lesson number 3, do not throw unproven drugs.
This is a big lesson.
You think?
Big lesson. Big lesson. They're saying yes, there have been major medical and technological advances in the past 102 years, but the Spanish flu and the novel coronavirus pandemics share 2 major challenges: the lack of a vaccine and the lack of a cure. Back in 1918, remedies varied from the newly developed drugs to oils and herbs. The therapy was much less scientific than the diagnostics, as the drugs had no clear explanatory theory of action.
Yeah.
Same thing happening now.
Yep. Widespread speculation now about whether the drug hydroxychloroquine can affect this disease.
Yeah.
There are others that were proffered up as cures or drugs that could help. Jury's still out on that. I know there's one they're looking at now that they said experimentally they've seen some results with. I think it's called remdesivir. To check it out, but that's one of the most promising ones now. But I mean, the doctors, the experts are saying we won't have a vaccine for a little while, so we need to wait, even as we test groups and do trials and so on. So be careful about what you're listening to and what you're looking to ingest in a bit to cure this, because you could just be making things
worse.
A lot worse.
Yeah. All right, so some great lessons, I tell you. It is a wise man that learns from his mistakes, but an even wiser man learns from other people's mistakes.
Amen.
Yeah.
So let it be.
Yeah.
Well preached.
All right.
Well preached.
No, it's true. Sometimes we feel we don't have to
Well
go through it.
preached. So let me ask
If
you
somebody
something.
has done it, learn from
I
them.
just have a random question.
Yes,
Because I
miss.
say well preached, right?
Yes, miss.
The past tense of preach is preached.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the past tense of teach taught?
Because we now just... That's why I like patois.
Because English. That's simple.
That's why I like patois.
That's
Patois put did in front of everything.
Yeah, I did. Did went
Teach,
did
did
go,
teach.
did taught, did teach.
Go, me did go. Walk, me did walk. Run, me did run.
We did short a break, which is what we have to do now. So let's come and smile. We're checking in with Daffril at home. And then we're heading over to North Carolina to meet a couple in the business of black empowerment. News, though, in 5 is next. And we're taking you there with today's video pick. It's Stevie Wonder with Don't You Worry About a Thing.